Hello my fellow stitchers, I just want to show you my updates. I had a couple of finishes which has been really exciting. I finished stitching these a while ago but I actually made them up properly. Here's little Jemima Puddle Duck made into a bookmark. It came with everything to do it with the tassel and with the felt on the back, and I just ran it over with the sewing machine. Quick as anything actually. Don't know why I sat it around for weeks not finishing it. Yeah, so that's Jemima and that's for my mother-in-law. Done, tick it off. And this one, the Christmas stocking. Oh, if I can get it in the picture. Yeah, so there's my Christmas stocking finished, which I'm thrilled about. I've talked about this piece. You know I love it. It's for my son. And got the white fluff up the top. And I did the gold rope around the edge just to make it a little bit bling. And then just red on the back. And with a little red and gold ribbon to hang it up. So I'm super excited about this piece. And I can't wait to hang it up proper at Christmas. Ooh, it's quite big. So it came out beautifully, and my mum actually helped me stitch that. Because I'm not much of a sewer. I mean, I'm okay, but something like this seemed a bit complicated. And she's really good. So we made it together, which is nice. So that's done in plenty of time too. Now, I'll show you briefly. I haven't really done anything on the Peter Rabbit. He's been sort of sitting aside. Here he is anyway. I don't think I've done anything since speaking about it last. But that's because I've got a new start anyway. And as far as the green tree goes, I haven't done too much more, although what I've been doing now is, hang on, that's sideways, let me get this right for you. Whoops. There we go. Pop it down here. So the green tree, I've started being a bit smarter about it, and I started filling in all the block colours rather than I was doing all the confetti. I was trying to do parking, which is, I'm not into it. I don't like all the threads everywhere. And so I was trying to do it block by block. So the problem then is that you're doing all these confetti stitches and they take so much more time to do. I find it so much easier filling your big blocks of colours and then filling the spaces. So much easier, so less counting. You know, counting one stitch from here to there to there. Oh, so hard. So it's starting to fill in quicker now. So I'm excited about getting back into that. But I've put it aside because I have a new start and I have a new lap frame, which this frame will fit onto. All my frames will, but this is the same brand. This is American something. Oh, what's it called? What's that brand called? American something. Let me get the box. American Dream Products. Yes. Same brand as this. This is my lap frame, which I'll show you in a second. And this frame is the same brand, so it's going to fit on because it has, excuse me, the little hole on the side. And my Peter Rabbit frame, it doesn't have the hole, but I'm just going to drill a hole in there, and then it's going to sit on the same frame. So it's pretty exciting. Before I show you the frame and the new start, I'll just show you this one here I spoke about the other video. Save the Stitches, which I'm going to be starting as a stitch along with the Facebook group on January 1st. I've chosen my thread and my fabric. So this is how I do my kitting up. I get a big Ziploc bag, big enough for my A4 or whatever pattern, my fabric and my thread. So I've chosen some different colours rather than doing the black. I didn't want to just do black thread because I thought, it's going to get boring. As you can see there, I've done 16 count Ecru Aida, and I've chosen some different colours. This is going to be my main colour, this blue, which is 3750, which is just really pretty. And I want it to be a colour that I'm excited to pick up and stitch because there's so much black work to do in this piece. And then instead of doing metallics, because I'm not a fan of them, I've chosen some dusty shades, I would call them. A dusty blue, 414, a dusty green, or I'd call it sage, which is 3023, and a dusty pink or mauve almost, and that is 451. 451 is actually in the green tree as well. I think that's why I chose it, because every time I get to stitch it on green tree, I'm excited because it's not green. So those are the colours. And I actually found, which was exciting, this is designed to have Mill Hill beads in it, which I haven't done really any beading, only whatever comes in a kit. And I was excited to find that they have a conversion chart for Mill Hill beads to DMC colours. So I used that as a guide to find some beads that will coordinate with these. So I've ordered them. They haven't arrived. I hope they work good enough. They're only $4, so, you know, we'll see. Anyway, so that's what my Save the Stitches colours are going to be, which is really cool. And I'm sure plenty of you know what it looks like. It's going to be big, and it's all in little blocks of back stitching and beads. Yeah, so that is a cool thing to look forward to doing on the 1st of January. But in the meantime, I am doing my new start on my new frame. So this is my new frame. Yay, my lap frame. Changed my life. This thing is fantastic because I sit on a sofa to do my stitching. This just sits across my lap. I can do two-handed stitching. It's just so fantastic. It just, it's wonderful. And I think, thank God I got it now, because my new start, it's a new start on a new fabric with new thread that I've never used, of a new designer. So it's all just new. And I just am in love with it. Now, this is an Alessandra Adelaide piece. I believe she's Italian. I'm in her Facebook group too. And she sounds really nice, and she just does these really, really beautiful pieces, and I've been so excited about starting this. Arabesco, I suppose it's called. And it was some very light threads on a dark background, which a lot of people talk about, you know, dark fabric being so difficult to stitch on, so I thought, no, forget that. I'm going to do it in some colours that I just really like, and something that is going to be different to the green tree, because overload with green, let's do something entirely different. So I've chosen these colours and some threads I've never used. I've got some satin threads. So I've got DMC here in a purple and another satin thread in a red. It's like it's a burgundy, it's gorgeous. And then I'm doing a variegated thread as well, because I actually first saw an AN design butterfly done by another member, and it was done in a variegated thread, and I just thought, that just looked amazing. So I was determined to do one of this designer's patterns, and I was determined to use a variegated thread doing it. So this is what I've done. So it's pinks and purples. Looks quite subtle, but it really stitches beautifully. So, and I'm using linen for the first time too. So you can see the variegated thread. I'm stitching it on this piece and sort of starting to curve it around. Now, if you haven't used variegated thread, which I know plenty of you have, but those who haven't, you need to stitch each cross individually. If you do a big row of stitches like this, by the time you get to the end, your colour has changed, and when you come back, you have changed again, so the top thread is going to be different to the bottom thread. I mean, if you want that look, that's pretty cool, but I wanted to have be able to definitely see the change of colour, so I'm doing it this way, and it's great. And this is the satin thread here, and I think it's stitching up really well. Some people say it's difficult to stitch with because it's really slippery, and it was suggested that I should get some Thread Heaven, which I have ordered, but to be honest, I'm finding it quite fine to stitch with. What I'm doing is, though, which I don't normally do, I'm actually looping the needle through the thread. So it's not like this is the variegated here, but so this is the end, and it's double. This is doubled over, but a single thread going through the needle that way, so that I don't have any loose ends, because then they tend to fray. I don't normally stitch like that, but it's working really well. And in addition to that, I'm also using first time ever, and I love a trolley needle, which I also ordered. I ordered that when I ordered this frame. And this is just fantastic. I'll have to do a video showing you how I use it. I'll have to put the camera on a tripod or something to do it. And it's just really fantastic. It's a really good tool. You can only use it if you're doing hands-free stitching with a frame, with a stand, sorry. And I'm just really loving this, and I find it really works well with the satin because it helps you keep the knots out, helps you lay your thread flat as well. Anyway, it's really good. I'll do a video of it, and yeah, give it a go anyway. It's pretty cool. Yeah, so that's where I'm at with this. And just to show you, I'll fold it over the chart so you can't see it, but I use my needle minder to hold my chart and my needle like this too. I find it really handy. So it's just a great experience overall with this frame. It's just been fantastic. So I'm really looking forward to stitching this. I'm probably just going to keep stitching it till I get sick of it or finish it, because it really, when did I start it? 7th of October, and it's like the 11th. So 4 days, which is pretty good for me to do, because I didn't get any done last night. And yeah, it's just a really enjoyable stitch, and thank God there's no confetti, and there's no back stitching, and there's no green. So this is a good break, and when I'm sick of that, I'll go back and do one of the other ones until I'm ready to start Save the Stitches on the 1st. So that's my ramblings for today. I hope you enjoy it, and I'll see you next time. Bye.